Hey guys, Evan Starsmore here, and I am making this video for an honorable mention podcast, the Ring of Honor retrospective podcast, with your hosts Shane Hagedorn and Jeff Schwartz. As you know, they are the flagship show on the Creative Control Network, which is run by my boy, Jojo Feeney. Now, if you people don't know who I am Evan Starsmore. I am a failed professional wrestler, pretty decent manager. Anyway, but I was trained by CM Punk in the first Ring of Honor class with Shane Hagedorn. I moved from Boston, Massachusetts to train with CM Punk because he was the first guy on the independent scene that really drew me in. He was charismatic, he had great matches, his promos were pretty incredible, and he was, to me, the total package in pro wrestling at the time. So when I found out he was having a wrestling school, things weren't really working out for me in college, so of course I dropped out. Not a great idea, but I dropped out and started training in Philadelphia with the boys. And, I learned a lot from CM Punk at that time, as you see him shaving. CM Punk's actually the first guy that really taught me how to shave, and I'll always be appreciative of that lesson he gave me. It's not just pro wrestling lessons, but it was a nice life lesson. Anyway, so while I'm training there, I'm dirt poor, I'm just broke, I'm barely getting by. I'm trying to train, wrestle, work out, and work a real job and do the wrestling shows on the weekends. And so I didn't really have a whole lot of money, and I wasn't up on my tuition. So when it came time for me to have my first match, the office decided that since I didn't pay my full tuition, I couldn't wrestle with the other guys. Which, business is business, that's fair. It kind of sucked that they did it the last minute, But so I'm in the meeting with the office, and Punk's in there, and I come out, I'm like, what the fuck can you do? That's business, it's fair. And Punk was pretty upset about it, it's last minute, and I was all excited, whatever. So he goes, look, man, and at the time I owed about $800, so he goes, look, I'll pay the rest of your tuition so you can have that moment with the guys. He goes, you've worked your ass off, I want you to have that moment, and that's pretty incredible, that just shows you the type of guy he is, and he didn't have to do that. And I said, look, man, I'll get the money, I'll make it happen. But anyway, they ended up letting me wrestle, and so that always stuck with me. And when I got hurt in 2006, the first call that I got was actually from CM Punk, besides family, but he was the first guy to call me, and he's in developmental, about to start on ECW at that time. But he called and he texted, and he was just always looking out for me. I always, cared about him, and I still do. I support him whatever he does. If he's fighting in the UFC, if he's, writing comics, if he's acting, if he's going to get back to wrestling, whatever it is, I love the guy. I'm going to support him. So I always had that love and respect for him, and so I'm thinking his last night in Ring of Honor is going to be in New Jersey, and he's going to have a world title match with Austin Aries. And so I'm living in Florida, and I'm thinking, I got to go have that moment. I want to be there. I want to be in the crowd to watch his last match. It's going to be huge. And so I drive 16 hours from Florida to New Jersey, and on the way I stop at Crystal's, which is that bullshit White Castle ripoff. And I get food poisoning, so I'm puking out the window. But I make it to New Jersey, and of course I come in, and I had to tell this story because his voice is often imitated. I go up to shake Loki's hand, and you give that customary hi, quick handshake, that shake everyone's hand bullshit. So I go, hey, how you doing? And he grabs my hand and he pulls me in, and he goes, this close to my face, he goes, if this was Japan, I would slap you in the face. Oh, shit. Oh, my bad. So anyway, I apologize to him, and I go see Punk, and I kind of tell him and laugh, and he's just laughing about it. And so anyway, he has his match, and as soon as he wins the title, he's right out the door, so I don't even get to say goodbye to him. I'm like, oh, fuck, bye. Like, good luck, dude. I don't know what's going on. So but he goes on, of course, to have the Summer of Punk, and he has the real last night in Chicago, Illinois, and if you haven't seen that match, you got to see that match. It's hell of a match, hell of a moment, and yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to share that moment of, getting food poisoning and almost beat up by Low-Ki, all in an effort to say goodbye to Punk, and of course he's out the door. But I would do it again because I love the guy, and a lot of people talk shit about him, and they don't really know him. He's not a fake guy. He's honest. He's, say what you want, but he does have integrity. He is who he is, and that's what I love about him. In wrestling, there's a whole lot of brothers, and there's, guys that'll shake your hand and then turn around and they'll stab you in the back. That typical crap in wrestling. But Punk was always open, honest, and in your face about whatever he was thinking, and I love him for that. I respect him for that. So yeah, I just wanted to share this video, and thank you, Shane and Jeff, for letting me, tell the story, and I love you guys. Follow me on Twitter. They'll put my @Evan Starsmore post right here. But anyway, thank you guys. Bye.